O.P.I, a nail care brand, has ticked off nail techs because they have began offering a product to everyday consumer that allows them to do their own nails at home. Gel Mint Essential Kit isn't playing around. It's the full setup that transforms your kitchen table into a salon-worthy station. No appointment necessary. We packed in all the must-haves for top-notch results in your PJs. All you need to add are your favorite Gel Mint nail shade, sold separately. Because we know you've got opinions on colors. This where they about to get y'all. The kit is only $59.99. They about to get y'all with them colors. Because it only come with 2 colors. And I believe that's black and white. What's included? Base coat, no wipe top coat, lead gel lamp, 100 prep pads, 10 cuticle pushers, 5 foul buffers. Do it right, avoid gel fails. Head to YouTube to watch Gelversity, where you'll learn how to ace proper nail prep applications and get removal. Let's see how much these nail colors cost. $9.99. Let's see. Shop all colors. $15.99. $11. Yeah, they about to get y'all. And this ticked off a certain nail tech.
So I never thought that we would see the day as licensed nail techs where O.P.I decided to finally sell out. They're now making at-home DIY gel kits for the average consumer. Pretty much saying you to the licensed professionals over the last 30 years who have made them filthy rich. I'm beyond disappointed. I'm so sick of brands basically telling us to go ourselves when we made them what they are as professionals. Why are we doing this anymore? Why are we bothering even having licensing and having regulation if these brands are just not going to follow suit and just give a middle finger to the rest of us?
Ma'am, they're catering to a certain demographic of people that want to save money and do their nails at home. You need to focus on the demographic that's too lazy to do that, and that prefer to get their nails done at a salon because they like the environment, they love the way you do your work. That's who you need to focus on. You focusing on the wrong stuff. This idea that O.P.I created a product that's going to take away most of your consumer base is absolutely ridiculous. If you're like really about that life as a nail tech, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You better start building up a rapport with your clients and they'll continue to come to you. It's always going to be competition in the market. Someone is always creating something that creates convenience. So either you're going to compete or you're going to just go ahead and get pushed out of the market. The cream rises to the top. It's business, man. Get over yourself. No say, but this just influenced me to buy the O.P.I gel kit. Kim, there's people that are dying. It is a recession. I hope this helps. This is so tone deaf in today's economy. It's her livelihood. She's allowed to feel upset. I promise you, an at-home gel kit isn't why her livelihood is at stake. Exactly. Hairstylists here. They've been selling at-home hair color kits since before I was born. We're doing just fine. O.P.I has been selling to consumers since 1981. It's going to be okay. This is the nail version of Walmart Vintage Hard Cake. I bought an entire O.P.I gel kit with a light a decade ago. This isn't new. Unlicensed randos, D girl, okay. The unlicensed part is absolutely crazy to me as well, because number one, you're licensed because you're operating a business, so you need to be up to date with certain regulations and things you can and cannot do because you're dealing with someone else's nails. What someone chooses to do at home to their own nails ain't got nothing to do with you, and they don't need to be licensed.
Okay, so like everybody in my comment section is purposely misunderstanding what I'm trying to say because this has nothing to do with you guys DIYing. We do not give a if you guys DIY your nails, okay? What I find ironic is that the same people complaining in my comment section about how nails are too expensive are like the same people in one of my videos earlier this year that were like, oh my god, like nail techs shouldn't be charging what they're charging anymore. They don't even use professional brands. They don't use pro-only brands. Everything that they use is off of Amazon, and they only use Kira Sky and all these cheap brands. And then we sit there and we try to keep pro brands being pro brands so that people who are licensed professionals who can purchase those brands keep using those brands. Do y'all see what I'm saying? So, like, if the professional brands are no longer professional only brands, right? What are you guys going to complain about? You can't sit there and say that professionals don't use professional only brands anymore if there are no longer any professional only brands.
You have a nasty attitude. You need to check yourself. Your attitude is very off-putting. And that's probably why people glad that kid coming out, because they don't want to deal with people like you. You need to have a sweet spirit, especially when you're selling a service to someone. Some people go to nail salons just for the experience. They like talking to their nail tech. They like going to the nail salon with their girls, whatever the case may be. So you need to be an entire vibe. Instead, you're on here getting upset because something has changed within your industry. That's a part of life. You just are going to have to adjust. You crying over them releasing a $59.99 kit is really beyond me. It's not going to affect your business that much. Some of y'all be charging ridiculous prices and your skill ain't at the level that it need to be at. Some of you are amazing nail artists that can do crazy design work on nails. And I'm like, I see why you charge the way you charge. Applying to at Amanda, not to mention suite rentals and booth rent needs to come down too. No one should be getting charged $1,000 a month plus a room the size of a walk-in closet. Let's be for real on that. My first suite was $1,295 a month. My first apartment was $975. Makes no sense. At Amanda is not me. That is not my username. So don't get too excited. She ain't talking to me because I'm going to tell her being an entrepreneur is hard. The economy is crazy in general. Everything is expensive and people are trying to adjust and make money. When you look at a business, they have to make a profit. So they have their expenses they have to account for. For her, she got to pay booth. She's also having to buy the material necessary for her to operate within her industry. But to me, that is a part of business and it sucks. So yes, you have to raise your prices so you can make a profit. I get it. But you can't complain when your competitor comes in and does something, undercuts you in some way. It's just a part of life to me.
Yeah, there are very few people getting the point. And here's the thing, if we want service prices to come down, brands need to lower their costs for us. Because right now, we don't get wholesale pricing anymore. We don't get brand discounts. We don't get anything as nail techs. We don't get any of that stuff. We used to. We used to be able to get wholesale pricing and all of that. That's how we kept our costs down. Can't do that anymore.
Who is we? I'm pretty sure some people out there got connects where they able to get wholesale prices. Just say you ain't.
So yes, do I think we're being sold out? Yeah, 100%. We are being sold out. And it was never about DIYing. If it was about DIYing, I would not have videos on my page for you guys to DIY stuff. All I need to happen is for you guys to do two things. One, stop leaving homophobic comments on my Pride Nail videos. Because why? Also, the death threats in my DMs need to stop. It's like you guys are at like an 11, you need to take it down to like a 4. Okay? Not sharing an opinion with somebody, totally fine. Leaving that type of hate, never okay. Like, I would never in a million years think about sending somebody a death threat over anything. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
I don't agree with death threats. I think it's crazy that people get in their feelings like that. I always say just keep it respectful. I feel like you're struggling nail tech and you feel like you are being undercut. You're voicing your frustration, but that is just a part of business. Maybe you need to shift your demographic and market yourself in a different way so you can pick up some more clientele that's able to afford your prices and don't want to do their nails at home, that loves going to professionals, somebody that has a job that can afford it. Men and women that's in corporate America, artists, etc. Those are probably the people that you want to go after because they have to keep up a certain look. Stop complaining. It's going to be okay. Yes, you are free to state your opinion online because this is your page. No one can tell you what you can and can't post on your page. Pro bands, babe. O.P.I is sold at Walgreens. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Girl, no. You promoting the kit. Thanks for telling me about it. I'm about to go buy. What you're doing here is impacting your business far more than O.P.I. That is true. And if O.P.I. is selling gel polish to average rando consumers lost her client, I fear it's really just a skill issue. Cause why were they going to her just for their favorite polish color? She needs to hear this. Hold her hand. Oh, you were serious. I thought she was being funny. I thought it was satire. Yup. Yeah, wrap this up fast. O.P.I. is a professional only brand. I've been buying that for years. Babe, if it's everybody in your comments, that means it's time for some self-reflection, not purposely misunderstanding. O.P.I. was never a pro brand. They've been selling to us randos for years.
Nail techs.
If not being able to read the room was a person, you would think that you guys are not watching the economy. You would think, right, that you guys would not understand that our economy is literally in the get a job, sis. I don't really know what to tell you. Been twisting my own locks. Don't have my press-ons now, but O.P.I. is the truth. And I will be participating in the DIY O.P.I. kits. I really don't know what to tell you, but get a job. Maybe if you guys spend more time on your craft than being influencers. I mean, I don't know. Bootstraps, pull them up. I don't know.
Instead of getting upset over the O.P.I. nail kit, she could have spent her time promoting her business on her page to get more people to know about her business. Obviously, the pandemic also changed people's mentality because we weren't allowed to go out and get, these simple things like your hair done and your nails done, and this caused people to have to learn how to properly care for their hair and do nails on their own. And so some people, once they established that skill over the pandemic, they just never went back, and that's cool too. O.P.I. said it's up and it's stuck. O.P.I. kits.
Okay, directed anger. Baby. This is misdirected anger. Okay? We heard y'all when y'all got online talking about our prices is our prices, and if you can't afford our prices, then do it yourself. Go find somebody else. Okay? O.P.I. heard y'all, or heard us, we the people, when y'all were listing 182 rules just to book. O.P.I. heard people when they said this economy, we can't keep going to these nail techs. O.P.I. said, baby, it's up and it's stuck. He said, these is for the DIY girlies. This is for the girlies who've been getting the press-ons and doing the builder gels and the top coats and the base coats. Don't be mad. The people who can afford to still go to you is still gonna go to you. They still gonna you. But for the DIY girlies, it's up and it's stuck. Don't be mad. Don't be salty. It's not a to you. It's we heard you and we clocked the in. And shout out to O.P.I. because I anyway.
How many of y'all actually do y'all own nails, and would y'all buy O.P.I. gel mint?
Old girl on TikTok crying about the O.P.I. Coming out with their own gel at home nail kit, right? And it serves you nail techs right. Clock it. Because listen, first of all, I am a salon girly. That means I like me a good experience, okay? Peep the nail cam. Peep the nail cam. I like me an experience. I like to sit down, get my nails done in the salon, feel pampered, and I just like the flexibility of being able to walk into a salon and go and get my nails done.
You have on a filter and you keep moving and the filter is glitching.
If I gotta wait in line for the person that I want to do my nails, so be it. But this whole deposit, late fee, no show, you taking my deposit, like nobody has that kind of money, especially when nails cost over $100. And don't get me wrong, I understand why a lot of service providers do the holding the late fee, holding the security deposit, blah, 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 right? Because, like, you didn't show up and now you're wasting my time and I could have had a client. Fair enough. But this is the reason why I go to the nail salon, because I like the flexibility of not having that kind of pressure. I'm a 9 to 5 girl, right? Like, I have a small window of time that I can get my nails done. And not for nothing, a lot of these service providers be acting also like they're 9 to 5 girls. They don't want to do nails on the weekend. They're doing nails out of studios. They're doing nails out of their apartment. That's not very comforting for all that. Yeah, I'll buy the O.P.I joint.
Then you need to change up who you go to. Some of the nail techs be going crazy with these late fees and stuff like that, because I feel like if you're gonna charge me a late fee, you better be on time for my appointment. If my appointment started at 3 and I get there probably like 2:55, at 3 o'clock you should be starting on my nails. If you are late, you gotta give a discount. If you charging late fees, you can't be doing that. If you have to change their appointment or something like that, you gotta give up a discount. It can't be a one-way situation.
Do to myself in the crib, because I cannot get the service that I want. And if I can, it comes with mad rules. I don't want the rules, especially when the nails cost over $100. These cost me $130 something, right?
Look
I like
like
the
it.
flexibility and do whatever I do that. If I pay that much. But on the contrary, right? While my nails may have cost me over $100, the other thing that the service providers don't understand, and I understand that O.P.I coming out with this new thing allows people to save money and do things on their own DIY. Like me personally, I do my own installs because I don't have time to be in a salon paying money. And my stylist, she doesn't charge a whole lot. She does $90 installs, right, in Brooklyn. Let me know if you want her. Let me know if you want me to tag her in the comments, right? But I be trying to save some bread. My nails already cost enough. I choose to go to a salon that charge me this much for my nails. My mom nails look great too, but she goes to a salon that charge her about $60, $70 in the hood, right? Where I go is also in the hood, but it's kind of like upscale hood. Not really. Whatever. You know what I mean. At the end of the day, people don't want to have to always be paying so much money to get their nails done. So why is she so
Do what works for you. Like, forget what people talking about. If I was into getting my nails done, I wouldn't do them at home. I would go to a nail salon. And you gotta find you a good nail tech. Once you find you a good nail tech, a good hairstylist, those are people that you keep close. As always, remember that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Stay blessed.